Welcome everyone, welcome to another preview. This is MetalCanyon and we will be previewing Men of War Assault Squad 2, a game created by the German developer Digital Mindsoft, and as you can see it is a World War II game. It's actually a real-time strategy if you've never played any of the Men of War Assault Squad games. I certainly haven't, myself. This is actually the first game from Digital Mindsoft I've played. I have played, and this will be inevitable to compare with, a Company of Heroes, the first one. There are several similarities between the two games, and I'm going to show you. Let's select the mission. I was playing the German Caen outskirts, so we're going to do that first. Now, the game, as I said, is World War II real-time strategy. It's you control various units, infantry, armored units. I believe there are some aircraft involved as well. And if you've ever played Company of Heroes, you're gonna feel quite at home over here. Press space to continue. There we go. We're starting the mission. I'm just gonna skip this.
It's good to see you in Normandy, Herr Oberstleutnant. The Allies have taken Caen, but with the arrival of our panzer divisions, we can now wage a decisive counterattack. Let us drive the Allies back into the sea. Lead the way. Okay, so, again, as I said, this will be inevitable. We have to compare it to Company of Heroes. It's almost the same control scheme in some ways, but in many ways, the game is a lot different. Let me explain. So, there we go. We have our first squad. If we click on the... Americans have set up blockades on the bridge to prevent us from sending in armored support. Capture this strategic position so our panzers can press forward and attack.
Okay, so I can click on the button over here on the left to select the entire squad. I can also select only one soldier, for example, in a squad, or I can click on their little button over here. Now, every little thing in the game can be used as cover. And as you can see, if I place my cursor over various things, it shows me a blueprint, or gray print if you want to call it that, of where the soldier will stand. Now this works very well in certain situations because there are just so many different obstacles in the game, as you can see, from rocks to bushes to sandbags. You can even hide behind trucks, tanks, and so on and so forth. You can jump over them, which is indicated by that icon. So if I bring a soldier over here, he will hide behind the sandbags, or I can click like this and he will jump over the sandbags. Sometimes, though, this can be a little difficult because, for example, if you select the entire squad, which is quite a few soldiers, sometimes you have too many soldiers to hide. As you can see, I've clicked there so they can hide, and some of them don't actually have a place to hide, so you have to be wary of that. Some soldiers might stay out in the open. If they start getting shot at, of course they might go prone or try to hide, but most of the time I saw that they were not really proactive, so you have to do a lot of micromanagement in this game. Now that's both good and bad, depending on what you like. We've got an engineering truck over here. We've got, what is that, an Opel Blitz over there, 3.6 liter. Let's just have some fighting first. These are the guys that we can't control. As you can see, we've got X's. We can't actually do anything with them. Let me just put these guys on shift 1. We've got a little 1 over there now. I was, for the longest time, confused because I thought control 1, you know, through 0 would select units and give them numbers. Now that brings me to a very important point. This game is very unfriendly to new players, at least at the beginning. I had no idea what this myriad of buttons did. They do have tooltips, which is fortunate. Oh, we're already starting to fight over here. Let's send our soldiers over here. Look at that. Go into cover, please. There you go. Into the bushes. Okay. Bloody hell. Yeah, as I was saying, this game is fairly unfriendly to new people who have never played a game like this, for example. I do have some experience from Call of Duty. Did that guy's helmet just pop off? That is awesome. Yeah, we do. I do have some experience from. Did I say Call of Duty? I meant Company of Heroes. That's bizarre. Yes, Company of Heroes. So I know how the cover system works fairly well. I know some of the stuff that you can do, which is similar. But this game does not have a tutorial. I could not find a tutorial to save my life. The first missions for each of the countries, of course, is sort of a tutorial. It eases you in, but it does not explain things. For example, for quite a while, I did not know that you can right-click. I mean, obviously, you can right-click to move your people. But for the longest time, that was all I've used. However, if you double right-click, they actually start moving at a, brisk pace. I have no idea whether that... Ah, look at that. Lower left corner. They do have stamina. And they do have health. And each soldier has their own health and own stamina. Now, you will soon see that this game has a lot of detail. Not only does every soldier have stamina and health and all that good stuff, if you press I, you also get their inventory. This is the squad's inventory. They have a Karabiner 98k, they've got rifle ammo, they've got some bandages, they've got Stielgranates, I think these are. They've got some MG ammo, I'm not sure for what, maybe to do something. They've got shovels and bags, maybe to, replenish ammo for some of these machine gunners. And they've got a field cap. So, all of this stuff can be micromanaged. You can go and, for example, click this, highlight items, which is G. I'm not seeing anything. There we go. We can see all these rifles and we can actually pick them up and use them. So if you're out of everything you have, you can pick stuff up and use them. It is a lot of micromanagement, but in a way it's very, very awesome. Let's hide over here. So this is the problem I was telling you about. Some of these people don't have a place to hide, so they just stupidly stand out in the open and fire. You will find that, let me just lower this a little bit. You will find sometimes that you have to babysit your units, because the AI is not always as it should be. It's a little daft at times. But that doesn't deter from the fact that this game can get bloody epic at times. So let's take these points, which means we'll have some options. Over here we have MPs. Not sure what these are. They're points, I'm just not sure what kind. And you can buy stuff. You can buy reinforcements like infantry, anti-tank infantry, flamethrower units, a sniper, or I can go for support units, which are heavy MGs and mortars, a supply truck. Let's get a mortar over here so we can do some damage. It's going to arrive in 20 seconds, and all reinforcements you get actually arrive from this place, from the main base. So bear in mind that if you're high up on the map, I mean, if you've taken over most of it, it will take some times before the reinforcements will actually arrive. As you can see them, they're walking over there with a funky animation. Animations are not, absolutely polished, but it works most of the time. And as I said, this game can get bloody epic. Now, like in Company of Heroes, you can move your units. I've got the mortar selected at the moment, and if you right-click and hold, then you can select which way they will be facing. So I will just face them like that, and that will mean they will set up their mortar over there and start shooting. Now, over in the lower left, you can see that they've got a mortar shell, and they've got, how many left? 120. Now, if you have a tank, for example, you can actually change the shells that you want to use. There is so much detail in this game. If I select my squad over here, they've got fragmentations grenades, they've got anti-tank grenades, they've got smoke grenades, they can attack the ground, or they can even do melee attacks. I'm not sure how that's gonna be very useful, melee attacks, but hey. Okay, our mortar over here is gonna shoot. What are you doing? Come on, attack those guys. There we go, mortar is going. Bang! That's pretty awesome. And when you get some tanks in, these guys will reload and then shoot again. There we go. There's the mortar. Oh, brilliant. Bloody hell, look at that. Everyone's pretty much dead there. So, we can move our people over there into this placed. Let's double click so they run. You can also change their prone stance over here with the change stance button. Oh, that is a mortar coming from somewhere. There's actually a guy over there. What is that coming from? That is not good. Situational awareness is something you would do good to pay attention to, because it will be sometimes not evident where some stuff is coming from. Like that mortar round. I have no idea where it was coming from. Is this it? No, it's just two guys lying down.
Strategic position.
Okay, now we've gained access to armored support.
Great job. Armored vehicles are now at your disposal.
Excellent. Now we're talking. Let's get a Panzerkampfwagen. Let's bring it right over there. Alright, now we can capture the rest of them over here. On the left and right, but I'm gonna wait for my tank to arrive. Which is gonna be rather interesting. Now, you have to bear in mind that this is full of detail, as I said. So, the tank...
Reinforcements have arrived.
There it is. Oops. There it is. The lovely tank. We'll have all of this stuff. Look at this. Over here you have a paper doll which will tell you what parts of the tank have been damaged, if any. Over in the bottom we actually have the fuel. So yes, the tank can run out of fuel. And of course these German war machines gulp ammo like absolutely crazy. You know, they don't... Oh, what's going on over there? Oh, bloody hell. I have to get into bloody cover. Come on, guys. Where's my tank? There it is. Yeah, get him. Get him. Oh! And that is how epic this can get. Look at that. That Jeep got absolutely obliterated. And of course, I can use it for cover. However I like. It's brilliant. It is dynamic cover. So, let's bring this tank over here. As per usual, you can send it somewhere and then have it turn some way. And of course, I do believe this was not present in Company of Heroes. Over here, it actually does matter how you position your tank. Because if you've got another tank over there, are these guys bleeding? Oh no, these guys are actually very hurt. Let's heal the selected soldier. And for some reason I can't do that. As you can see, it doesn't tell you why you can't do it. It doesn't actually indicate what's wrong. Do we have... You know, I don't know. There's no tutorial for that. So anyway, if you're fighting another tank, it's actually going to be important where you're facing, because if you're facing it head-on, the penetration will probably occur if they've got a sufficiently large bore cannon on their tank. But if I angle the tank away, the bullets will probably bounce off if the tank's armor is thick enough and their cannon is small enough. So it actually does make a difference. But again, it is micromanagement that you will need to perform. Okay, let's get this tank over here to support these guys. I think this is a... yeah, this is a hill. And now we just feel powerful. Of course, we're gonna be careful because these guys will start throwing anti-tank grenades. And I think they'll actually destroy it right now. We can also double click. Ah, yep, there we go. Somebody threw a grenade. And actually, it's on fire now. So these guys have to run. I didn't do really well over there. Okay, let's get another tank then. Because we do have the points. Let's get some infantry as well. And maybe some... no, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna use my other tanks. Now, usually... these tanks only get damaged, so you can repair them. This one, unfortunately, was on fire, so I can't really do anything with it. So these guys, well, they're without a ride now. Okay, where is it? It's on the way. There it is. And the infantry as well. Actually, these guys could take this truck and get there. Come on, guys. In you go. There you go. On the bottom over here, you can see how many people you've got in there. Alright. Let's get going. Over there. There's the tank. this is only early in the mission, but once you get a little further on, the combat really gets pretty darn epic, especially... Whoa, 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 what the hell? That's good. Oh my god, these guys are on fire. Oh wow, I didn't even know that could happen. That is crazy. I just lost an entire squad, and they're all burned to a crisp. Oh my god, that was crazy. But this is how epic things can go. And if you go a little further over here, for example, there's loads of places to hide. They've got these anti-tank weapons, which can do quite a lot. Are you serious? I didn't even notice that before. If these things get hit, they start leaking water, or whatever is in there. It's pretty awesome. Which also brings me to another point. Not only are they simulating armor, for example. Let's bring these guys over there so they can capture that. Yeah, not only are they simulating armor, so you can bounce bullets off and so on. Every weapon actually has physics. So, you know, things can go... Oh, bloody hell. So weapons can... I mean, bullets can pass through walls. They can bounce off. They get stopped by sandbags properly, and so on and so forth. It's brilliant. So you will have to pay attention what weapons you use.
A strategic position.
These guys over here can actually take this heavy MG, or it's actually just one person. No, it's two. Where's the other one? I have no idea. But he's now manning the... Oh, he's here. He's now manning the heavy machine gun, MG42, which is going to be helpful. We could get some more armor. Another Panzerkampfwagen. Yeah, let's have two tanks over here. We could go and take that other point over here. So let's do that. With our bruised and battered people. Most of their bodies have burnt up in this truck over here. That was horrible.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Now, some of these supply trucks also have gas cans. So you can take the gas cans... Oh, track damage, look at that. The track has been damaged, and now we actually can't move. So let's... What is shooting at us? Oh, that one. Get it! Get it! Oh, we missed. But as you can see... Boom! Look at that, both of the tracks actually got damaged. We still didn't kill these guys, and they're still alive. Get him! Nice. He's still alive. And there's a tank coming now. And that guy's turret is just too small to do anything, I believe. There we go, main gun damaged. Yeah, the various parts can get damaged! That is amazing. And of course our Panzerkampfwagen is way too powerful to be destroyed. Now I'm gonna repair the vehicle, so this guy goes out, brings out the toolkit and starts repairing. Now, there was a very epic thing when I was playing this game myself. A very epic thing happened. One of the guys was repairing the tracks, right? And then somebody shot a mortar round and had this guy killed, while the toolbox flew, like, all the way to over here. So I got someone else, when the action died down, I got someone else to repair the tank, and he was going all the way over there, and I was like... What's he doing? Is he bugged or something? He's gonna go to the tank? And he actually ran over there to pick up the toolbox, bring it to the tank, and then start repairing it. I mean, the detail is brilliant, the attention to detail. So there we go, we're gonna repair the other track, and then he's gonna go back inside. Obviously, you should do this when there's not a lot of action going on. But of course, if this track is damaged and the soldiers are on the other side shooting at you and don't have mortars and such, you can pretty happily repair this track, because obviously there's a big hulking tank in the way. Now, let's repair that and take that point, which we're gonna do soon. Let me get some more infantry maybe, because I've squandered all those people. But I have to say, despite no tutorial... Okay, that guy's going back. There we go. Who was that? That was the tank commander going to repair the thing. Can we actually drive over this? Yes, we can. And push it away. It's brilliant. Okay, hello boys. Would you like a tank? Okay, turn that tank gun. Oh, we missed. Let's get a little closer. Over here you can see I can select various ammunition. But again, unless you know about these things, this is what? Armor piercing, this is high explosive, and APCR I'm not exactly sure what it is. So, you know, the lack of tutorials does hurt sometimes. Just shoot that one. Oh. Get a little closer, or we can just drive over them. There's guys over there as well. Let me take these ones and bring them over here. Into cover. No, it's a little fiddly at times. These guys are going to be number 1 now. Let's hide behind the tank. I believe you can also load people. Yeah, you can load people onto the tank. Of course, they're going to be sitting at the back. So you have to be careful about that. You know what? Let's throw a grenade. Unfortunately, you do not get the range on the grenades. So you don't know...
We have captured a strategic position.
Did you see that?
Grants you additional resources and access to the veteran tiger.
Oh yes.
As a reward for your progress.
Did you see that? I threw a fragmentation grenade. That guy noticed it, stood up to try to run away, and they all shot at the same time. That was a bloody horrible execution. Okay, now we can get the veteran tiger, which is a crazy, crazy nice thing. Wait, where is it? Heavy. 0 units. What? Oh, there's the veteran tiger. It's 1,000 points, so I will have to spend a little bit. Let's get the tank back over here. We have this other tank over here. We've taken this point. Let's get these guys back over here. As you can see, there is a lot of micromanagement. You have to really use your buttons to assign squads to buttons, because when squads get diminished to like 1 person like this, I don't know if it's possible to oh, is it? No, I don't know. I think I just merged them. Did I? See, I have no idea. I think I merged them. Yeah, I think with shift and left clicking on squads you can actually merge them. Yeah, you can. Okay, excellent. So, you can merge squads and then assign numbers to them. Let's put them into this squad. Oh, that squad is full. So this one is going to be 2 and 3. There is a lot of micromanagement, but the game gets so epic. I mean, over here, when you proceed to this place, there are enemy tanks going... There's... Oh, they're firing at me with their anti-tank weapons. This one actually got destroyed, I believe. And the physics just make it awesome. You know, the fact that tanks can get blown apart, that tracks can get damaged.
We have lost a strategic position to the enemy.
Have I? Can they do that? I didn't know they can actually do that. Yeah, they have. Okay, let's go then. Let's take it back. I'm not gonna stand for that. Oh, no. You guys go over here. Take this. Alright. And let's wait for 1,000 points so we can get the veteran tiger. At first, I have to be honest, I was slightly underwhelmed with this game, but that was because it got a little frustrating. I didn't know what the hell the buttons did.
A strategic position.
As I said, fortunately, most of the things do have a tooltip, but there's just so many buttons and you don't know what to do. Sometimes I still don't know exactly how to heal people. I know that you can press F8 and then left click on a soldier, but they don't do it themselves, and sometimes they just ignore the command for some reason. And I don't understand why. Whoa! Okay. Stuff is going on. Whoa. Oh, there's a guy over there. And if I angle away... like that. Did you see that? Did you see? It angled and it bounced off like that. Because our armor is too thick. And that guy already got destroyed. So it is actually really strategic. But, of course, requires micromanagement. But yeah, at the beginning, it was slightly underwhelming because I got a little frustrated with the game because of a lack of a tutorial. But now that I'm kind of used to it, it is absolutely epic and brilliant. I love it. You're not gonna find as much polish as in Company of Heroes, but I think this game... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're gonna angle away from that. Hello there. But I think this game has more depth to it. Is that what's shooting at us? No, that's an SMG infantry. I have no idea what's shooting at us. Oh, that guy over there. Look at him. Let's shoot there. Also, you feel real... Ooh, nice shot. You feel really empowered when you drive through buildings. That's just awesome. Oh, turret damage. No, 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 no. Guys, come on. Repair. He should have cover over there if he stays over there. Excellent. Yeah, the turret got damaged. We need a little help there. Oh, there's uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There's a jeep over there. We need to take care of...
With armor like this, no one can stop him. Let the enemy cower before the power of German engineering.
Yeah, take that one. Come on. He's moving, but... Ah, we missed. Darn it. Come on. Get it. Darn, we missed. But there is a Tiger tank coming from... Where? There. Look at that Tiger tank. Yeah. However, you might have noticed that, alarmingly, he's already gulped about a sixth of the fuel. So we are gonna have to get fuel. Now, fuel is detailed like everything else in this game. What is that? Oh, that's that Jeep. Yeah, it's detailed like everything else in this game. So you can actually siphon fuel from things with a can, and then you can put it into other things. Oh, he now has to repair the turret. That's not gonna be good. Oh, you're gonna die over there. But apparently you're very brave. Where is that Tiger tank? We need it. Okay. Let's bring all the people over there. This game is epic as hell. The voice acting is lacking a little bit. The graphics are not absolutely modern, but they work nicely. There's a lot of detail. The tanks are really lovely modeled, as you can see. Look at that. He's sort of spazzing a little bit because he was acquiring and losing the target. And now we've got the Tiger tank in the way. Arrgh! I'm the Tiger tank! Arrgh! Oh! Go! Arrgh! I'm the Tiger tank, I'm angry! Get that turret over there. Do it. Come on. Are they dead? Okay, let's go. Wait, wait, wait. Where's my other tank? That's gonna be 4 and... Where's my other tank? What's going on? Why aren't you getting back? Oh no, the tanks are here. Apparently both of them got destroyed. That's a bit annoying. Right. Now, let's do something with these guys. Arrgh! Let's go. Just drive over it, man. Drive over it. Drive over everything. Haha. It's brilliant. Look at that. Oh, there's a tank over there. Oh, what the hell happened to you? Somebody got killed. Not sure how. Okay, we're gonna reload, and now we're gonna shoot. Come on. Oh, he's out of sight. But we can do something very awesome. We can do this. Arrgh! Smash through everything. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, that's amazing. It's like, wow. Okay, back up. I don't want to get some anti-tank grenades in my face. Where's my people? Probably all over the place. Okay. We could get maybe some more infantry units. Okay, we've got 2 tanks over here. half on fuel, which is not great, so we should probably get some fuel, but we'll need jerry cans for that, obviously. We'll need to bring jerry cans with a supply truck, and we'll need to refill the tanks. Okay,
Reinforcements have
so
arrived.
I could just
We have
keep
captured a strategic
I could just keep playing this, but let me also show you the rest of the stuff. Quit mission, yes. You have all of these skirmish missions, which you play against the computer. There's one for USA, Germany, Commonwealth, Soviet Union, Japanese Empire, and also bonus missions. There's also a quite an extensive and powerful editor, which you can use to make your own missions. So you're going to be quite busy with that. Now, since I haven't played Men of War Assault Squad 1, I didn't actually know that, but I did do a little bit of research, and apparently if you already own Men of War Assault Squad 1, this is not a lot of an upgrade, because apparently even the missions are the same. But if you've never owned Men of War Assault Squad, I do really recommend this one. It's a lot of fun. A big part of the game, however, is multiplayer. You've got LAN, which is very nice. That's something not a lot of games do today, for some bloody reason. And you've got internet. And you've got guides. Yeah, that actually opens the internet. So, it stopped my recording. But a lot of this game is focused, I believe, on multiplayer matches. But you can still have a lot of fun in AI skirmishes. And then, you know, download missions or make them yourself. So, I believe this game is fairly cheap. Yeah, I just checked that. It is currently going for €30, and right now there's a 10% discount, I believe. Or, of course, your equivalent in your own money. So, it's not a full-price game, but it certainly feels in a lot of ways like one. It's epic. It's kind of frantic sometimes. There's a lot of detail. There's inventory management, fuel management, infantry, armored units, aircraft, mortars, MGs. There's a whole range of, well, pretty much every war machine out there in World War II. You even have those little remote-controlled bombs, as the Germans, those little tracked Goliaths, I think they're called. So this is a brilliant, brilliant game. You can see the links in the description of this video to the Steam page, to the developer and the publisher. And can I recommend this game? Hell yes! This is epic. Thanks for watching. This has been MetalCanyon, and we've been previewing Men of War Assault Squad 2.